Hey, good morning. So, first of all, I wanted to remind everybody that I do have a free devotional book available. If you are interested, all you have to do is basically DM me and let me know that you want this free copy of a 31-day devotional book that I've entitled Breakthrough. When you read the introduction, you'll see exactly how that devotional book got its name. Okay, so if you're interested, it's free. I'll send it to you. Provide your email, send me a direct message. I'd be more than tickled to get you a copy today. Secondly, I'm actually, because I enjoyed it so much, I'm actually writing a second book. It's a book on leadership based off of the New Testament book of Titus. It's a deep dive into the original Greek language. It's an exegetical study. There's a lot there that can inspire leaders. It's going to have a group study guide with questions, and it's going to have reflection items. It's legit. It's really cool. It should be out, I don't know, end of September, early October. So that's that. That's that. If you're interested in my 31-day devotional book entitled Breakthrough, let me know. Let's get started. Today's topic is on consistency. So let me just share the punchline before I tell the joke. Here is the absolute truth. As a leader, as a spiritual leader, as a person, as the head of your home, as the head of your work at group, as the influencer that you are probably in the lives of 10 to 15 people, um, consistency is key. Consistency is the cure for what ails you. Ask any husband, ask any wife, ask any teacher, ask any leader, ask any coach, ask anybody with influence, and they will tell you that consistency is king. Now, let me just share a personal story. Most of you know, many of you know, that I was a pastor for 30 years. One of the things that would just absolutely drive me crazy, aka challenge me into a growth pattern or into growth mode, was consistency or a lack thereof. For example, there were times when I didn't know which person was going to show up. Would it be the happy, encouraging, supportive, hungry for God's word person? Or would it be the irritable, grumpy, upset, I don't want to be here person? Now, I'm talking about the same person with two different modes of operation, okay? Let's just use John for an example. Which John would show up on any given Sunday? And here's the truth: as a leader, I need to be the same Don every time I interact with people that I have influence over, no matter what external forces are pressing in on me. Oh, sure, it's difficult. Life is tough. Things come up. There are pressures. It is not easy to lead, let alone live, but consistency on my part, okay, allows the people in my world to know that 99% of the time, the same Don is going to show up and lead or have influence. Another illustration that I love to use is when people see me coming. When a group sees me coming, I'm hoping their initial dialogue is, awesome, here comes Don. I'm hoping it's not, oh no, here comes Don, run away, run away, run away. So, as a leader, consistency is key. Let me give you 5 quick thoughts to chew on about consistency in your leadership. Number one, consistency builds trust. People follow leaders that they can rely on. If your mood, now catch this, if your mood or approach changes drastically based on your feelings, followers will begin to question very quickly not only your stability, but your credibility. Matthew 5:37 hits the nail on the head here. It says, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no." Lincoln Chaffee once said, "Trust is built on consistency." If you're leading and no one is following, all you're doing is taking a walk. Number two, consistency models integrity. I would almost argue that integrity is consistency, and consistency is integrity. A leader's behavior teaches more than their words. A leader's behavior is more powerful than anything you say. You can talk, you can jabber on like a monkey in a tree, according to Forrest Gump. You can talk and jabber on like a monkey in a tree till the cows come home. But if your actions don't line up with your words, you may have a consistency problem. Consistent values and actions show that you truly believe in what you say. That is so good. Write it down. Don't lose that thought. In Philippians 1:27, Paul says, whatever happens, there's no gray area there in whatever happens, conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. This is an unknown quote, but I know it from one of my favorite movies, Braveheart, when William Wallace tells the Bruce, as he's trying to bring him on to his side, William Wallace tells the next king of Scotland, he says, listen, people don't follow titles. They follow courage and consistency. Number three, consistency provides stability during uncertainty. I said it once, I'll say it again. There are going to be days and seasons when the team has some uncertainty. Maybe something's not going just right. A curveball has just been thrown into the mix, and how the leaders exists and leads during difficulty or uncertainty, it screams volumes. In times of crisis, people look to their leaders' steadiness for emotional and mental security. Okay? Don't be that guy or gal where people is wondering which leader is going to show up today, which Don is going to show up today, which John is going to show up today. Okay? In times of crisis, people want their leaders to be steady. And we can be steady because we know we believe it here, but it's time to start believing it here, or vice versa. We believe it here, it's time to believe it here, so we can communicate here that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. In all things. Again, there's no gray area there. In all things. In Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, it says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. And so if we're following him, if he's involved in our lives, if we are yoked together in a very special relationship with him, there is no reason why we can't follow in his footsteps and try to be the same guy or gal, no matter what life throws our way. Number four, consistency strengthens influence over time, and that's what we're all about. If you're not influencing, you are not leading. It's all about influence. Influence is built through repeated, reliable action. Let me say it again. Influence is built through repeated and reliable action. One more time, just for fun. Influence is built through repeated, reliable action. People follow leaders whose patterns, people follow leaders whose patterns they can anticipate and respect. Now, this is for a whole nother lesson, but if your people don't respect you, you might as well hang it up. Leadership is not about titles, it's not about position, it's not about authority, it's about influence. You get influence, and all that other stuff will fall into place. Galatians 6:9, Paul writes again, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a reward or a harvest if we do not give up. John Maxwell says, small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. And last but not least, consistency inspires commitment in others. If your people aren't committed to you and they're just in that group or in that job or in that responsibility because they need a paycheck, man, that's not healthy whatsoever. And I know that's the situations in a lot of areas, okay? Consistency inspires commitment in others. A leader's steady example motivates followers to commit fully because they know their leader is all in. All in. As a leader, if you're all in, your people will be all in. But you've got to be all in the good times and the bad times. And you've got to be all in with consistency, realizing that when you treat people with respect and dignity, no matter what's going on, respect and dignity, no matter what's going on, people will run through a brick wall for you. I've seen it. I've been there. I've bought the t-shirt. It's real and it works. 1 Corinthians 11:1 says, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. Your consistency will inspire others far more than your charisma. And there are some people that need to hear that today. Charisma will only take you so far, okay? Consistency, being the same guy or the same gal every day, no matter what life throws your way, and treating your people consistently with dignity and respect and love. Man, you and your people will conquer the world if you will become a consistent leader. God bless. Start today. Be consistent. Have a grand and glorious day.